The fun in Branson continues here. I'm with Lynn Berry from the Branson Chamber. Lynn, we've got a great friend who is, I think, 150 years old. Is that possible?
Right. That's right. And happy birthday, Harold Bell Wright.
Yeah.
Wow. What's
If
really,
only.
we have to salute Harold Bell Wright because really Branson is what it is today if you trace the roots back.
That's right.
Jay McFerrin is here from Shepherd of the Hills, and we're going to talk about the Chuckwagon Dinner Show.
It is so much fun.
Oh, I can't wait to hear about it.
Well,
Jay,
thank
how are
you.
you doing?
I'm great. Thanks for the opportunity to come speak with you.
Hey, good to have you back on the show.
Thank you. Thank you. I had such a good time, and the cookies are really good here, so I came back for the cookies.
The cookies are always a hit around here.
They are a big hit. No
They are
kidding.
so big. If you want a rip-roaring good time, you need to come enjoy an authentic cowboy Chuckwagon dinner experience with classic cowboy songs.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I mean, some of the original pickers from Mr. Roy Rogers made it home out there.
That's
They
right.
Across that stage.
Yeah.
That's right. Back in the early 2000s, the Sons of the Pioneers were among the first acts to be in that building. The theater at that time was called the Pavilion. It was an open-sided, basically a barn, if you will. And when the new ownership of Jeff Johnson and Steve Faria took over about 5 years ago,
Oh, my gosh.
there was a lot of changes that happened at Shepherd of the Hills. Among the changes was they enclosed that theater and brought it into a state-of-the-art venue, and we're so happy with it. And we just spent a considerable amount of money on it again and brought it even more into the realm of really a great space for watching shows. And it's a dinner theater. Great dinner, very comfortable.
At 5 o'clock, the cowbell rings.
That's right.
And the victuals are put on a table, right?
That's right, and they're prepared right there. We've got we're talking about the Great American Chuckwagon Show, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 5 p.m. And if you come see us at Shepherd of the Hills, you'll see right outside the theater there is an authentic Chuckwagon and the Chuck site, if you will. And backing up a little bit, Chuck is a slang word for food, and the Chuckwagon actually really came into prominence in the 1860s, 1870s. When the cattle drives started coming out of Texas, going up to Sedalia,
City.
Missouri, and all those places. Right. A chuck wagon was a food wagon. They had the old cook that would prepare the meal right there out of the back of the wagon, and so the chuck is a slang word for food. So we have our chuck wagon set out right outside the theater, and we prepare. The brisket is smoked there, and among other things, and the corn's made. So anyway, it's a great menu of a traditional Chuckwagon menu of smoked meats and corn and beans and cobbler made in a Dutch oven. Just the real thing.
Ooh.
And then the show is a great show. We have 4 or 5 really great musicians. Junior Marriott and Anna Lang, they're from the Marshfield area. They're twin fiddles. Anna is an incredible yodeler, so that goes hand in hand with what we're doing.
You don't find many yodelers these days.
No,
not
you
too
do
many.
not.
You don't, yeah.
Seth Darby, a very talented young
Oh, my
man.
golly.
Trent Pruitt as well. He's a youngster, and he's new on the scene, but he's making his name here in Branson. He's fantastic. So is Seth as well.
Yeah.
And then anchoring it on the old doghouse bass is our friend Randy Plummer.
That's right.
That from the
Plummer
from
family.
the Plummer family, you bet.
Yeah.
Among the original shows here.
Yes.
But among the original shows on Branson.
First 5 or
Well,
4.
and this is one aspect when you're out at Shepherd of the Hills, Jay. You guys voted #1 aerial adventure park in America 2 years in a row from USA Today.
Thank you.
And I went to your website just prior to jumping on the show here. That new video you have that talks about the whole experience there at the adventure park. I mean, it is wow. I mean, it's incredible what you can do there.
It is. If just quickly on the video production, with with the advent of drone, the drone photography is eye popping, and it gives you the real feeling of being on these different attractions. But it's we're very, very proud of that, and we're waiting on the results of this year's USA
yes, we
Today.
are.
And so that should be happening sometime soon. But
Do we need a drum roll for that?
well, we might. We're looking forward to the results of that.
And of course, Inspiration Tower is something too. I mean, that is the exact spot where Harold Bell Wright wrote Shepherd of the Hills. What a landmark here! You can't miss seeing the tower.
That's right.
Yeah.
You noted just a few minutes ago about the importance of Harold Bell Wright to Branson, and in my book, he's the reason we're here in this industry.
Yes.
The lakes would have happened as time went by, and of course that would have brought
some tourism.
But the tourism that is truly a Branson brand was really a gift of Harold Bell Wright, and
absolutely,
and the people that loved this book so much that in the early 1900s would get on a wagon or a train or come on a boat down the White River to just see where these people lived. It's amazing.
He was mesmerized by the lifestyle, the simplicity, just the good folk of the Ozarks.
And came back year after year.
Yeah, I mean, and of course, in that book, too, was the first novel to sell 1 million copies in the United States. I don't think a lot of folks realize that in the history connected there, Jay. It's incredible.
He's amazing. It's amazing. We are in our 62nd year of reenacting that of the play, The Shepherd of the Hills, on that property, and we've had 4 shows this year, and we're doing some different things. That's the story. The story is always going to be the story.
Young Matt wins the heart of Sammy Lane, and the cabin burns down.
That's right. Spoiler. But we're stepping out and doing some different things in the show. And we've had 4 shows, and the weather has cleared off and been wonderful for all of them. The crowds are there, and the show is terrific, if I do say so myself. So
I say so as well.
So, Jay, families planning to come to Branson this summer, how should they include the Chuckwagon dinner show and all the fun out at Shepherd of the Hills in their plans?
Well, it's very easy. Go to theshepherdofthehills.com. It's important to put THE in front of Shepherd of the Hills because simply from the very main fact that Shepherd of the Hills is such a mainstay in this area, lots of things in this area over the years are called Shepherd of the Hills. So in order to get to us, theshepherdofthehills.com.
Otherwise, you'll get a realtor.
That's or a barber shop. You never know.
Jay, I know you've been doing it a long time, but what do you appreciate most about making your home here in Branson and the Ozarks?
Well, it's what brought me here, or it's what captured my attention, if you would say. I was 8 years old when I came here the first time with family. So the very first time I came here, the very first thing we did, we were in a resort over in Stone County, and on a rainy day, there was nothing to do on the lake, and they said, well, why don't you try out this new place called Silver Dollar City. So that's what we did. I came back years later when I was in college and worked there for 35 years. It's hard to put in words. There's an allure of this place. The thing that really grabbed me the most about this area was after I saw the play Shepherd of the Hills in 1978, I then read the book. And after I read the book, I spent a winter here in this country. And when you're here in this country in the wintertime, it's denuded, if you will, or nuded, if you there's no leaves. Yeah. So you can really see what this whole country is like. And so with that knowledge of the book and all the characters and the hardship, and you see this incredible vista of these places, that's what grabbed me. It really did. It just gave me a connection to a time before, and I've always been in the business here of bringing back memories or creating memories based on things that came before. Silver Dollar City, now Shepherd of the Hills, and Shepherd of the Hills is, in my book, is the most important thing I've done here, and I really enjoy it.
Jay, I love that. Lynn, what a great story.
Absolutely, and I have to concur. I was a Girl Scout leader here for 10 years, and I took the girls every year to see Shepherd of the Hills, and they all comment on that when I see them at their baby showers and their weddings, and these days.
Well, it's theshepherdofthehills.com, and all the information we're talking, the Chuckwagon Dinner Show.
Chuckwagon, if I want to just say that I wrote and directed the show, but the music direction is done by John Fullerton, and John Fullerton is currently a member of the Sons of the Pioneers, and he's on tour with them right now.
They're
Okay.
in South Dakota.
That's right. And so the vocals and the music in this show are incredible. It's just
love it.
the most fun I've had in a long, long time. And we've got a great comic. Mike Tilden is known throughout the area as being one of the best stage comics. So come see us.
We're going to
That's
come
right.
see you.
You bet.
Okay. And friends, don't forget now, go to the website, theshepherdofthehills.com, get all the information, get your tickets, plan to come to Branson, go to Shepherd of the Hills, and have a wonderful time with your family. Jay McFerrin, thanks so much for stopping by.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.